Hello, I'm Marshal Vladimir, and this is Operation Overlord, July 1942, British Commonwealth and France turn. So I'm going to start with my tech rolls. I have one for heavy bombers, one for advanced submarines, and one for radar. So heavy bombers succeeds at 9, so I'll roll for that. That's a 10, that's a success. I don't think that'll change my purchase. That's not advanced submarine, sorry, it's ASW, my bad. Roll 5, of course. A 10 for radar, so radar succeeds and heavy bombers succeeds, but ASW does not. Okay, so wait, let me just want to check how much a heavy bomber costs. Don't think I'm going to change my purchase, but I might. Heavy strategic bomber 13. I'll just leave my purchase the same. Okay, so I'm going to purchase a medium bomber as the UK for 29 OPP. I'm going to purchase a medium bomber and an airborne for 13. 2 destroyers for 12, so that's 25. And then the light cruiser. No, sorry, that's for 14. It's 26 and 29. So that's all of the UK's. 29. So we're starting a light cruiser. And so that goes in the build chart. Anzac is going to build a submarine and a militia for 7. And FEC is going to lend-lease a medium armor to the Soviet Union, build an artillery, and build a Gurkha. So that is 14, which leaves them with 1 IPP saved, which I have represented here. Okay, so now I'm going to get on to combat movements. Okay, so I do have a few of these. There are not that many places that I can actually attack. Oh shoot. Okay, I forgot to ask the veteran if he's going to scramble. So because I'm bombing Eastern Germany. So I'll ask him after the recording. And I'm just going to assume that he's going to scramble because he's done this before. So yeah. My 2 strategic bombers are going to bomb the major factory in Eastern Germany. So that's 1 combat move. And I have some other combat movements. I'm not sure if this has to be in combat, but I'm going to terminate the patrol of a fighter in Season 24 and fly it back to British Midlands. I'm not putting any more ships on escort duty. I'm gonna put the fighter in Gibraltar. Oh, darn it, wrong button. The fighter in Gibraltar is gonna go on Maritime Air Patrol in Season 79. The submarine in Season 122 is gonna raid the Japanese. Convoy raid the Japanese. Yeah, I think that's about it for my combat movements. Double checking. Now I'm going to put the medium bomber in Northern England on Maritime Air Patrol in Season 23. Okay. So, yep. Okay. So let's roll for my couple of combats. I'll start with the anti-submarine raid with the submarine convoy raiding the Japanese. I have a coastal submarine, and he has a +1 modifier. So he does 1 IPP worth of damage. That's 2 4s. So 1 damage to this line. Sorry, I forgot to mention one other combat movement that I do have on the map here. These 2 submarines next to the Marianas are going to move 1, 2, 3 to attack this destroyer along with the submarine in 146. Sorry, I haven't laid my combats out very well, but yes. Okay, so I have 3. I'll roll for this one now. I have 3 submarines at 3. No surprise strike, because this is a destroyer. And just my luck, he's still alive. The destroyer at 4, at 12. So no hits from anyone. I'll just make my dice red, and I'll make a blue dice, the Japanese destroyer. So where are the red dice? 3. So that's a hit from each of us. So that's a 2, which is a hit, and a 1, which is a hit. So we lose a submarine, and he loses a destroyer again. Same result as last round. Okay. Okay. So now I'll move on to my bombing raid over here. So the black dice is going to be the German fighter that I'm assuming is scrambling. I'll double check with this with the veteran. And the red dice are my strategic bombers. My strategic bombers are at 2, while his fighter... Wait, does he have radar? I don't believe he does. Germany does not have radar. So my fighter... So his fighter is at 3, and my 2 strategic bombers are at 4. Oh, at 2. My apologies. So no hits, no hits, no hits. Now I'll just clone this dice and roll his AA for the factory's defense. Nah, that's a hit. Oh well, can't win everything. Okay, so my strategic bombers, 4 d6s of damage to the factory. 3, 3, 3, 5. So that's 14 damage. So I think I did everything right here, so... I'll move this damage over. That's to the major factory. $14 of damage. Okay. And I lose 1 strategic bomber. German fighter lands back in Western Germany. This doesn't really matter if he scrambles or not now. Okay. Some more I believe I can go into non-combats, so I'm going to do some more non-combats. I'm going to move my battleship from Season 21 to... I'm going to take him off escort duty. I'm going to move him 1 to 22, 1 to 23, and 1 to 24. So I believe I can do this. I believe I can move through the German submarines. If I can't, just tell me, and the battleship's going to remain on escort duty in Season 21. Then the first fleet, which is here, is going to move from Season 33 up to 24. And the battleship, I'm just going to put the battleship in to join the first fleet. I'm actually going to end the other fighters patrol. I believe I can. so that shouldn't be a problem. So now I have 3 fighters in the Midlands. Okay. I'm going to land my strategic bomber in the Midlands. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to the Midlands. Okay. How many units do I have in London? Only 4. So I'm going to move an infantry from northern England. I'm going to rail him down to London. And I'm going to move an infantry. No, I'm just going to leave the rest. So I'm just going to rail 1 infantry down. Okay, now to Africa. 1 fighter from eastern Egypt is going to move 1, 2, 3 to Gibraltar. The fighter in Transjordan is going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to Calcutta. I do have long-range aircraft, so this is allowed. My medium bomber in Calcutta is going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to eastern Egypt. My infantry in Transjordan is going to move to eastern Egypt, and my infantry in Iraq is going to move to Transjordan. My fighter in South Africa is going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to eastern Egypt. And my seaplane in the Belgian Congo is going to move 1, 2 down to the Union of South Africa. Okay. My transport in Season 84, my Anzac transport is going to strategic naval move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into 145. So destroyer, light cruiser, and transport there. Okay, back to India. I'm going to move down 2 infantry from Bengal into Calcutta. So now I have 8 infantry in. I'm actually going to move all 3 infantry down. And then I have 2 Gurkhas in Calcutta, so I'm going to move 1 Gurkha up to Bengal. So now I have 4 Gurkhas in Bengal. Anzac, all of their units are they're going to move a militia up from Sydney to New South Wales. So they have 2 militia there now. I reckon that's it for my movements. Yeah, it should be. Should be. Okay. So that's it for my movements. So now I'll get on to my place units. So I'm going to start with the UK. I'm going to build a destroyer in the South African Union at the brand new minor shipyard in 116. I'm going to build an airborne in the factory in London, a medium bomber in the factory in northern England, and a destroyer along with the First Fleet. Sorry, I forgot a non-combat movement. I'm just going to do this. My apologies. I'm going to move 1 fighter from northern England. 1, 2, from British Midlands, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to Quebec. My apologies. No, I'll send him to Ottawa. Okay, so that's that. That's my placement and my non-combat. I'm going to place my Anzac units. I'm going to place a submarine in 146. And a militia up in New Britain. Then FEC, sorry. It's going to build an extra Gurkha in Bengal. So now we have 5 Gurkhas in Bengal. Then we're going to build an artillery in Calcutta. And we're going to lend-lease the Soviet medium armor. We're going to create it on Haryana. 1 by rail. 2 to Calcutta. 3, 87, 4 to 122, 5 to 88, 6 to 89, 7 to 54, 8 to 38, and 9 to Primorsky Krai. So we can deliver it without interdiction. Okay. That's it for my placed units. Now I'm going to collect income. I have, how much money do I? Where am I on the production chart? I haven't moved up, so I'm on 26 this round. I'm on 26. And I get, how much bonus? I get 3 bonus, so that's 29. Anzac collects 9, because they get 2 bonus, and they have 7 IPP, they haven't lost anything. And FEC collects 12, with 3 bonus, I believe? 2 bonus, so they get 14, and they had 1 IPP saved, so they ended with 15. I believe that's all correct. If I made any mistakes, please let me know. I'm sure you will. Okay. Free France is going to build an infantry. They are officially the most useless nation in the world. Their combat rules have been absolutely terrible. So that's a pity. They're just going to build it in northern Algeria, and that's that. They collect their 1, 2, 3 IPP to end with 3 IPP, and do not do any movement combat or non-combat. And that's that, so thank you for watching. I'll pass it off to the veteran with his Italian turn, which, if I'm not mistaken, might be taken by Crooked League. So maybe I'm passing it off to Crooked League, but who I'm passing it off to, good luck to you, and yeah. So thank you for watching, and goodbye.